And today I'll be showing you how to make this duct tape coin pouch here, and it will look exactly the same as this except in some different colours. It has a Ziploc closure, and yeah, this is just a really simple duct tape purse to do. So let's get started with the things that you'll be needing. So obviously you'll be needing some duct tape. I'm just using these ones today, and you'll also be needing some clear tape. So you can use a thick roll like this one, or the little thin one that comes on the tape dispenser. So you'll be needing that. You'll also be needing some Ziploc that is 3.5 inches long. You'll be needing a ruler, a X-Acto knife, or some scissors. And you'll also be needing something to cut on. So I'm just using this cutting mat, or you can use anything else that you don't really mind maybe getting a few scratches on. So let's get started. So first what you're going to do is take the colour that you want on the outside of your wallet. So I'm using this one here. And you want to just cut a piece that is about 3.5 inches long. So I just like to make a nice straight edge for it. So I'm using my X-Acto knife, but you can obviously use scissors. Okay. So after you've done that, you want to cut 3 more of these exactly the same. Okay, so now that you've cut your 4 pieces of this tape, you now want to take another piece, one of the pieces of your Ziploc, and you just want to take that piece there, one of the pieces, and you want to make sure that the bumpy side or the rough side is facing up towards you. And what you want to do is take your piece of tape, and you want to get very close to the actual Ziploc part, but you don't want to overlap it, otherwise your Ziploc won't close up. This can be a little fiddly, but there we go, that will do. Alright, so take that and flip it upside down or the other way, and you just want to fold this sticky bit over so it will end where your Ziploc ended. So just like that. And this is the time where if you had any excess over the sides, you can just cut that off. So I have a little tiny bit here, so I'm just going to be cutting that off. I have a pair of non-stick scissors as well, which really helps, but yeah, you don't really need them that much. So taking another bit of your tape, you just want to place that down, and you want to make sure that the height of these both pieces will equal to 3 inches. So just place that, and if you don't really have a rule, or if you can't be bothered measuring, you just want to overlap them just very slightly. They don't need to be overlapped very much at all. So after you've done that, oops, so you just be careful, because sometimes that can happen if you only overlap it a little bit. So just be careful, and just, if that happens, you might need to just reattach it, or just be careful when pulling it off. Alright, so now that you've made this exact piece, you want to do this another time, so you have 2 of the same pieces. Alright, so now what you want to do is lie those down on your table, just like this, and you can overlap them slightly, or you can just like touch them together. I like to overlap them just a tiny bit. Alright, so just like that. Okay, so now that you've got that, you just want to turn it the other way so it's a bit easier. Now grab the colour that you want inside of your wallet, and I'm just using this blue colour here, and you don't need to measure anything for this. You just want to basically take a bit and cover the seam right where we've connected it. So no real measurements here, just as long as it gets covered. Smooth out the air bubbles, and you can just cut that off there. And then you want to do the same to the bottom, but making sure that you don't go over the ziplock again. You just want to make sure that you're going pretty close but not overlapping it. And do exactly the same to the top here. Okay, so now that you've done that, you just want to trim off all the excess tape that's on the side here. You can use scissors, you can use your X-Acto knife. I just prefer to use a pair of non-stick scissors. Don't worry about making this side look perfect because it is going to get covered up after anyway. Okay, so now that you've got your duct tape sheet thing, you just want to now close up the ziplock. Just like that. And if your seam is coming apart here, that's where you would use the clear tape and just put a bit of that over there. But I'm not having that problem, so I'm going to skip that now, and we're going to move on to closing the sides. So taking a bit of your outside colour, so the colour that you have showing, and you want to take a bit that is between 3 1/4 to 3 1/2 inches long. This isn't really a big deal as long as it goes over the side and hangs over a little bit at the top. Okay. Okay, so now that you've got that bit of tape, you just want to cut that so it is about a little bit less than 1 inch or 2 centimeters in its width. So you want to cut 2 of those, and you'll have a little bit left over which you don't need. Okay, so now that you've got that, you just want to lift up one of your sides, one of the pieces that you've just cut. You want to bring back your pouch and put just about half on one side and then flip it over and fold the other side on. So just like that, and you should have a little bit of overhang on the top. Flip it over and just do the same, and then you just want to do the same on the other side. Just about half, doesn't have to be exactly half. Flip it over and fold it over. Now you just want to open up your pouch, kind of push the sides in like that, and you just want to fold over those bits into the inside. If they are a bit too long, just trim them down, just make sure they don't obviously go over the ziplock. And once you have done that, you have basically finished your basic coin pouch. So you have your Ziploc closure, and yeah. So I hope you liked this tutorial, and thanks for watching.